Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. Now, just before I dive in there and pull your cards for today, I'd just like to say I am an experienced and professional holistic and spiritual counselor and mentor, and I offer 100% money back guarantee for image readings, tarot readings, also the programs, as well as spiritual and holistic counselling, mentorship, plus advice to help you with union with self and union with your person. And I also offer astrology birth charts. Just check out the details in the description box below this video for more information. So let's dive deep and let's see what messages the cards have for you, for both you and your person's love journey thus far. Alright, let's go. And let's see what's happening with your person. Oh! Alright, let's go. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go. Okay. Okay. Alright, so you're coming in with you at this point in time here, guys. Alright, and we'll see how this connects to your person. Of course, here in your reading. Alright, so you're coming in with the Empress here. The Empress is both Taurus and Libra because it is ruled by Venus. Now, Venus rules Taurus, of course, your second house of material possessions here. Okay, abundance. Alright guys, you're also coming in with Pentacles here, and work, your home life, beauty here guys. And then you're also coming in with Libra, your 7th house. Alright guys, or Venus also rules your 7th house here, and that's about building partnerships, how you build partnerships, relationships. This is friends, this is family. It's how you kind of filter out here which other friends you're going to keep here. But it also talks about here in your reading why you make certain relationships, why you invest. All right, what is it that you get out of those relationships here? Right, now Venus is actually in Cancer at this point in time, and Cancer is ruled by the Moon, and the Moon rules your 4th house of your private life here. Now at this point in time you also have Jupiter in Cancer, and the Moon here guys is actually in Capricorn, and Capricorn rules your 10th house here of reputation, how you've been seen, what you're known for here. Can also talk about your work ethics here guys. And Saturn rules your 10th house, and it is actually in Aries. It's retrograding through Aries at this point in time here. So there's a big emphasis here guys on self here. It comes in as what really matters for me, what matters to me here. And what that can talk about here guys is your environment here, the people that you interact with here, okay, your relationships that you are building here guys, and also in terms of what you're being recognized for, your career. There's a lot happening here in terms of the Empress card. You are coming in with self here, what you're being recognized for here in a sense. Alright guys. It can come in as working really hard for what you have here. But what it can also talk about here in your reading is patterns and habits too. And patterns and habits can come in as cleaning here guys. It can also come in as we spoke about self here, because that's what's coming in here in your reading. It's like it's saying here in your reading, I've always put things myself on hold here. I've never really seen myself as being anything more than the person that I am today. And it can come in as a working mum, a career mum here. That's all coming in with the Empress card. Doing a lot for my family, doing a lot for my friends here. So where in all of that is me? And doing things for other people, like I mentioned before, what I've said before, this is why you're coming in with asking yourself these questions here, guys. Yeah. Whereabouts and all of that is me. And it is quite a challenge here, guys, to remove those labels, because you see yourself as the mum, as mum. What else am I if I'm not mum here? Because that's who I am. That's what I've put all my time and attention into here. And I'm not saying that it's wrong or anything like that here, guys, but it's coming in as, so what's after that here? So what can I do with myself now? It's like I've reached a certain pinnacle here. So what more can I do with myself? All right, guys. Because you know what I'm picking up there in your reading, it's coming in as there's more to me than just this. With Jupiter, there's more to me than just what you see. There's a depth to me. You know, passion. I'm a passionate person. I do like to have fun here. I'm creative. That's what I'm getting. I'm musically inclined here. You know, like I can build. I'm a builder. I know how to do plumbing. I'm just coming in with certain scenarios here, yet everybody sees you a certain way. Okay, so I want to come in with your next card. You're coming in with the Wheel of Fortune, and once again you're coming in with Jupiter here. Okay, Jupiter rules Sagittarius, and Jupiter rules your 9th house here, where you start to think outside of the box. It can be seen as critical theory here, guys. Yeah, it's a deeper level of understanding here, guys. Yeah, it can kind of come in as being able to read between the lines. It's not just literal and taking that literal meaning and understanding about a certain phrase here, but actually seeing the depth in it. And so once again, Jupiter is actually in Cancer, your 3rd house. So it is coming in that way here, guys. And so when you're coming in with the Wheel of Fortune, what it's talking about there in your reading is that you're going through some big changes here. See, I get with this Wheel of Fortune, it is coming in as a cycle, but you're saying to yourself here in your reading, what I get here is that I want something more. I want to build on from what I have already in place, what I've already put my time and attention into. Now I am wanting something else to do, something else to be involved with. I'm actually wanting something for me. I've done I've built a life around my family. I've built a life around my friends, but I haven't built anything for myself here. See, Taurus is also part of the Wheel of Fortune, because the Wheel of Fortune is made up of 4 alchemical elements and astrology signs. Okay, zodiac signs. You have Aquarius, you have Scorpio, you have Taurus, and you also have Leo. And all are quite significant, all right, guys, when you connect them all together. And by doing that, it can bring about some really big changes. And when I spoke about Jupiter, when I spoke about the 9th house, it's actually coming in as that the Aquarius here, guys. Yeah, it is a, you know, Sagittarius is a fire sign, but what's sparking this way of thinking here, guys, is it's coming in as here changes. I want to change. I want to change with the times. So it's along those lines here, guys. Yeah. See, there is a lot of introspection happening here when you're coming in with Scorpio being a part of the Wheel of Fortune here. It's looking at certain things that I would say here that you may have been passionate about painting, yet at that time you may not have been confident in your ability to be a painter here. But when you're looking at why wasn't I, you know, where did that lack of confidence come from? That's what Lilith, that's what Scorpio was talking about here. Yeah. Where was it? What was it? Why were you, why was there a fear, or why was there a barrier or a blockage to actually becoming or investing in painting, yet you're really quite good at it? It's, you know, you've got to really be connecting the dots that way here, because painting actually makes you feel good about yourself, Vesta. You love painting here. It comes in like that as well here. And with the Sun card coming in Leo, that's also part of the Wheel of Fortune. And what it can talk about there in your reading is what's being illuminated at this time for you. It can come in as past passion projects here. It can come in as where you want to go. It can come in as the long-term goal. And it's like, well, it's achievable now. It's possible now. I see it as a possibility, yet I didn't see it that way in the past. Okay. All right, let's keep going here, guys. And I've already spoken about Taurus here. All right. So let's come in with obstacles and challenges. See, the Wheel of Fortune is really a start point. The Wheel of Fortune is really about where you are at this point in time and what you need to do in order to get to where you want to be here. It's like it's a clear plan sometimes here, guys, if you were able to see it that way. Yeah, it's a clear plan on what needs to happen here when you look at all 4 alchemical elements that are part of the zodiac: Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo. All right. That in itself is connecting the dots. Yeah, how I see it. All right. All right, let's go. All right, so you have the King of Pentacles. You are coming in with Aries here. The Emperor, okay. Mars, it's ruled by Mars. Mars is actually transiting Libra at this time. All right, guys. And, yeah. And in terms of Aries, you're coming in with your first house, all right? And you also have Saturn retrograde and Neptune retrograde through Aries. All right, guys, and you're also coming in with Chiron. Chiron is also in Aries. Here. Now you're coming in with the Five of Pentacles here in your reading. It comes in as wanting to make an offer here. It comes in as it's not as easy as your person had hoped here. When you're coming in with the King of Pentacles, because that's exactly what this person is doing. This person is working here, working their ass off here. Yeah. But it's not just about their money. It can come in as their reputation as well. It can come in as what they're known for here, their work ethic. It comes in also as, for the King of Pentacles, like I said, it's this person, do they have enough? Because they want more than enough here if they are going to invest. Coming in with the Five of Pentacles. Now I've heard it being said a certain way, the Five of Pentacles. But I will pull some more here, guys. All right. Okay, so you have the Ace of Wands. You have Judgment. Judgment is Virgo. All right, guys. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury rules your third and your sixth house. Okay, but with this particular card, it rules your sixth house. All right, or health and well-being and work once again. Okay, let me keep going here. And you also have the Eight of Pentacles here. There is with your pentacles on the board, it really comes down to here in your reading, what you have. In terms of material resources here, in terms of, and yeah, of course, that can come in as your home, your car here, guys, but it also can come in as friends here. And it really does come in as relationships in a sense here, guys. And what kind of relationships are you building here? Now, when you're coming in with the Judgment card here in your reading, you're coming in with intuitive nudges, yeah? And what that can talk about there in your reading, in terms of those intuitive nudges, what it can talk about there is that things aren't working. Things haven't changed. You do have the Wheel of Fortune here. Or it hasn't made a difference yet. You can't see the changes happening in your environment in front of your eyeballs, and this is both for you and your person here. It's still the same. That's what I'm getting. Even though you are working really hard here, this King of Pentacles is working really hard here in your reading, and even yourself here, but there isn't a change in the environment. There isn't a change in front of your eyeballs here. And it can come in as, here in your reading, well, I don't know if you are, and I'm not too sure if your person is, but coming in with the Wheel of Fortune, what it can talk about there is waiting for things to happen. Now, what the Wheel of Fortune can be about also, and how I see it to be, is that if you want things to happen, then you have to take the action. You take the action here to turn the wheel, to make things happen here. If you want the divine to help you out here, the divine will help you out here, guys, but it really comes down to what are you going to do to make that happen for you here. I mean, if we all waited for the divine to help us out and turn the Wheel of Fortune, then we all would be in a better place to that in which we are today. Okay? There would be no class system. There would be no social class system here, guys. There would be no challenges. There would be no poverty here. And injustices here, guys. But there are. Because that's what your reading is saying here. It's coming in as, well, I'm waiting for the changes to happen. This could be both you and your person. I'm waiting for the changes to happen. I'm working my ass off to make these changes happen, but the changes aren't coming in. And so what it talks about here in your reading, it's that work. It's the work here, guys. That's where the changes need to happen. See, the work is not the 9-to-5 job. The work is the work on you. That's what it's talking about when you're coming in with the 8 of Pentacles here. That way you are able to see the changes. All right, let's keep going here. Yeah, because with Virgo, you have the South Node in Virgo, and with the South Node in Virgo, what it can be talking about there in your reading is that you've already reached a certain pinnacle here, And I spoke about it with the Empress and the Wheel of Fortune. Now you are wanting more. Well, that's what Judgment is talking about here, guys. That's what those intuitive nudges are saying, because you have the South Node in Virgo. Yeah. And you also have retrograde. You're retrograding. Okay. Mercury is retrograding through Leo at this time. All right, and so there is that sense of revisiting, reflecting here, guys, revising here. All right, what needs to happen here? It's a completely new direction. It's a completely new approach. It could also be a completely new way of thinking. So book an image reading with me, as I'm not just a tarot reader. All right, guys, if you want to know the difference between image reading and tarot reading, just check out the details in the description box below this video for more information. All right, I am going to pull an advice card for you. Okay, so you have the Ten of Cups here, guys. So with the Ten of Cups, you're talking about ultimate abundance here. You're talking about family, you know, everything that you are wanting here in your reading. And what it can talk about there in your reading is that you may already have it. Now, it's such a beautiful card to get here, guys. Now, what it can also talk about in your reading is that's what both you and your person are wanting. Ultimate abundance here. All right. And so, like I said, book an image reading, tarot reading with me. All right. It's like fine tweaking here. Okay. What needs to happen in order to get to where you want to be? The Ten of Cups. Now, coming in with the Wheel of Fortune, what it can talk about there in your reading is that you are still at the start point. This is both you and your person here. And see, for your person, it can also come in as, in terms of this Emperor guy, it can come in as looking back at the King of Pentacles, okay? And what it talks about there in your reading, so what is the King of Pentacles? What have I built? What have I invested in? Here, is that the best way in which I can look at my money? Is that the best way in which I can generate money here? Because it's also coming in as this person wanting more to do things different here. To accumulate, to work for their money. They're wanting a different way of doing that here, guys. Okay? That's also coming in here in your reading. Yeah, there's wanting to be independent here. Yeah, because it comes in as with the King of Pentacles here in your reading, they're always feeling like they're left out. They're always feeling like they don't have enough. It's coming in that way. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your reading. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there, and I'll catch you later. Bye.